Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Uh, let's see. Okay. Senya's also coming. There's Jay. Hi. Um, let's see. I don't know if any of the speakers for, if that's next week already, for next week's office hours are joining, but we have speakers, so that's a great first start.
Jay, I have to make a love connection to you from a fella I met last week at B-Sides.
Yeah.
A full-on love connection.
Right. This fella is named Aaron, and he runs a kind of a decent sized group in Atlanta called Blacks That Hack. And
Nice.
he stopped by our B-Sides booth, Intel's B-Sides booth, and we were just chatting about stuff. And I mentioned how we've got the D&I working group and how you're a longtime advocate and community member. And I want to make an introduction to him to this group, but also to you personally. So I did need to track down his business card and do an email. Okay.
Word. I'm always up for meeting new people, man. I love that. And Blacks That Hack, I'm familiar with the name. They have I want to say that there are a few groups around the country, but I'm definitely familiar with the name. Yeah, make the connection, man.
Will do. Because he was just talking about how they focus a lot on cyber, but like pen testing and other stuff, just kind of getting people into the community. And I mentioned how kind of it really aligns with this group. And we would love to have his participation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we definitely would. All right. No new friends so far. So I will take that off the agenda. And everyone here, I assume, is familiar with the Linux Foundation Code of Conduct. Trying to be official. So I just posted a link to the notes. I think the main thing on the agenda was to have just do the prep for the community office hours. So that's the August 22nd. And Jasenia already made a lovely social poster. So you can use that. All right, so let's see. I'll just go ahead and share my screen right here. I will scribe today. So, okay, the topic is, we said submitting to a CFP, and our speakers, yeah, are Cahill, Catherine. Oh, okay. I guess she just got tagged here. And Lori LaRusso.
Oh, Lori's great.
So all three of them were very enthusiastic about this. So I was hoping that they could make it today to help us shape some questions, but I told them that we would send them the questions afterwards. Anyway, so yeah. I think a quick introduction is always great. Oops. I'm not sufficiently caffeinated today, so I apologize. Uh, kind of a standard question. Yeah, so then I guess they all have slightly different backgrounds, right? And that'll come out through the first question.
Mhm.
So what are some CFP specific questions folks might have?
How do I
Hello.
find out about submitting or
Oh yeah.
hey, it's on the conference website. They'll have a CFP or abstracts or blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. What are the formats?
Oh, like talk types.
Yeah.
That's good.
How do I maybe?
Mhm.
That's always an interesting one.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that one up.
Yeah.
Figuring out your topic. Just, especially if they haven't like talked before. Like, what do I talk about?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe like first time speaker talk tips. And
Yeah.
one of my favorite ones is find a friend. Do a co-presentation first. That generally tends to help ease people into it.
Yeah, or local meetups.
So yeah, I guess that's
Mhm.
what you mean. No, not meetings. Yeah.
Technically, they are meetings.
They are.
And panels
Yeah.
are also a nice way, easy entry. You only have to answer a couple questions.
Yeah. What if I'm afraid of public speaking?
Or birds
Maybe
of a
not
feather or
afraid,
something
but
like that. Short time ones, like little 15-minute ones. It's not
oh
bad.
yeah.
Lightning
Brown
talk. Yeah.
bags.
Mhm.
Yep.
I honestly don't know what a birds of a feather is.
I
So,
just don't know what
Exactly.
birds of feathers.
birds of a feather is when you have a topic like, hey, women in cybersecurity is going to be our birds of a feather talk, and people would come in and share, hey, I'm a woman, and I've seen these good things, or I've had these challenges, and like basically, just everyone kind of talks on a topic.
So
And
it's
then
more discussion based. It's
exactly,
a lot more free form. Okay.
yeah.
Because I think I've seen a birds of a feather like recording that was just kind of a working session, which I thought was
Grove does them a lot.
interesting. Yeah.
And those are really like back at Red Hat, I did one with one of our security architects where we were talking to banking customers, and it was about use of open source in banking. And as the Red Hat representatives, we had a couple questions, and then we basically kind of the audience drives those. They'd be like, "Oh, LAMP servers are so hard to configure," or whatever it was. But basically, the audience drives it, and you have a couple
Yeah.
experts there to kind of lean in and prompt. Those are easy ways to get in to start as well.
Yeah.
The
Honestly,
other
just
one would
watching folks.
be, yeah.
Sorry, I went ahead.
No, you're good. I like that. Watching like previous talks, maybe on YouTube or Bright Talk. Get what you like and don't like.
Yeah. What was the other one you mentioned? Sorry.
Bright Talk. Bright Talk has technical. Yeah, two T's.
Yeah.
And then the other one that comes into mind as well is like, how do I know we said how do we find, but like I'm new. I don't know what conferences are out there. I don't know how to find where to speak. I have a resource for women, but I also don't want to like shout out to any other sources during an open SSF call.
Hey, you share that for the talk, and that'll be amazing. Share with the community.
Yeah, come in
think
and be like,
so.
hey, by the way, for all the women, it's gonna rain. But I think this is a good, and then we just let the public ask away.
Yeah. I don't think we need a whole lot more. I think this will fill the whole hour.
Maybe how do how do I write a good abstract?
Yeah. How do I title it too?
Yeah, that's critical. You have a good title, you're much more likely to get in.
So we discussed the rubric that's used with the program committees.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is how a program committee views these things, Jay.
Change this one a little bit. So what is the review? Up here, we're going to say there's like open source, there's women in tech conferences, there's academic ones.
Cyber.
Yeah,
cyber.
absolutely.
And that might be interesting, pointing out there's differences depending on who the intended audience is. Like an academic conference process is much different than a InfoSec one. Normally,
Yep.
academic, you're expected to have a published paper and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
I would change women in tech and just put diversity tech
Oh,
conferences.
absolutely. Yeah.
There's like Afro Tech, there's like South by Southwest, there's just so many.
Yeah.
Vet and Sec has their own.
Did we ever, Jay, did we ever get a copy of our spreadsheet
I think
that
I
had all
have
those
it.
conferences and all that legwork?
We did not, man. And you know what? Christine happened to be on the office hours calls, and I forgot to even ask if maybe she had it kicking around somewhere. We had a huge list, and damn it, we don't have that. But it's not that we can't regenerate. Here was a problem though. So many new conferences have spun up that it might almost be worth regenerating it because there's almost double the amount of conferences there were the last time we created it.
Yeah. And it was a combination of conferences and then like groups we might be interested in reaching out to or chatting with. It was a good list. I wish I would have copied it.
I think I have
That's
it. I'm just
wonderful.
trying to find it.
Yeah, because that'd be really awesome to share with everyone.
If anybody remembers the name of the doc, be easier.
But I guess, longer term, that might be an interesting artifact for this group to curate is, these list of potential partners or places to go to learn more. Support groups,
Yeah.
the wrong idea, but basically like, find a community that speaks to you.
Yeah. I just learned about a local tech community yesterday, which didn't even know existed until someone posted on LinkedIn.
Nice.
So, always learning. Yeah, that list could just end up being enormous, especially once you start having like Northwest, Southeast, Northeast, Midwest, sort of locations. California alone is huge. So this is maybe a fine segue into 30, 60, 90. see. We have our potential SIGs. Oh, this isn't something we need to hash out today, but would be good to sort of think about what other potential existing TIs already handle this, or how we can complement that. So July came and went. I think we're pretty good on that front. The thing I guess we haven't started, although that was supposed to be more of a July thing, or August, is the tip of the month. So how would we want to
Do
kick
you
that
want to do it
off?
before or after the call?
Probably after would be my take, but I don't have strong feelings either way, to be honest.
Because I was like, we can just do the tip of the month for the CFP. Like the tip this week is, how to submit, and this is our tip. And
Yeah,
it might be a tip on like how to write a title and an abstract, because that might be the hardest piece for everybody.
yeah. Titles are super hard to write. Yeah, I like that. So I'm actually going to go over here, put in the notes. Also, we use this almost like a teaser for the community office hours too.
Yeah.
If you want to learn more about talks, come to the office hours.
I like that. I like that before. We have time anyway. So
Yeah,
build up like excitement.
yeah. And then we can even do like a community member highlight with that. Okay. So for the mentorship program, it said we're going to seek out potential OpenSSF opportunities. Okay. How do we want to go about this part? Because there is actually like cycles to start the mentorship program, right? It's not just open all the time.
Correct. We can either look at the portal and see what's coming. Go, Crow.
No, please finish your thought, Yessie.
I was gonna say we can just see the portal and see what's coming. We can message on Slack and see who wants help on populating like their, and then we can probably make it like a thing where if you have like a mentorship coming up, just let us know. We'll help kind of like outcast it.
So are we seeking to cultivate folks to be mentors? Are we seeking people that are interested in getting mentored? What is our objective here?
I was under the impression the objective would be helping find folks to fill the mentorships, because I think that's a common issue.
So we would want to maybe we save this, maybe our next Ask Me Anything office hours is this mentorship program. And in the meantime, I think we want to put together some guidelines of, this is what we'd like to see folks donate their time to be mentors, and kind of set that expectation. Hey, you should have a meeting with your mentee an hour a month or whatever. And the mentee should set the agenda, like what are they interested in learning, and set the kind of the objectives for the relation. I've had both formal and informal mentorships, and we just need to decide kind of how we want to land our particular ideas. Do we want it to be more structured? Do we want it to be a little more loosey goosey, just kind of conversational? Both have value. One, like if it's more structured, that potentially helps people, achieve their long and short term goals a little more quickly than just kind of having a big brother or big sister to talk to. But that gives us like the month to figure out how we want to structure it. But we should put some expectations and then put a call out to our membership. Hey, we are starting this program. We need to have people with these types of qualities and qualifications, because we would like to bring in folks, a bunch of new people, and try to help them uplift their situations, get into interesting things to do, working with other interesting people.
Side question, do we still have links to the 2023 notes?
Somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll keep looking.
Oh, yeah, it's in the folder in the Google
Okay.
Drive.
I'll find it.
And just open that up.
And maybe, as we do that next office hour, we make a Google form. What type of mentorship are you looking for? Are you looking for technical mentorship? Like, I want to learn how to program Rust. Are you looking for like career advancement? So I kind of give a couple options in the Google form to help pair up with people that might have those skills to benefit those young people.
Yeah. And so is that separate from the LF mentorship program? Are we basically trying to stand up our own?
I have not looked at the LF mentorship.
Okay.
If we're just going to plug into that, great. That's easier. But I don't have any details. I'm just kind of brainstorming.
Sure.
Did somebody go look that up at one point?
The mentorship?
Yeah, the LF mentorship.
I did it when we had the Alpha Omega, and there was a bunch of other like open source groups that had, and then talking to the admins, they had said that our mentorship had one of the most like applicants, and it was like 200 to 300 people within like the 2 to 3 weeks they had it open, just from like blasting everywhere.
So if we're going to participate in that program, we're going to want to understand kind of what they want, and then we're going to, if 200 people are interested in having some of that mentorship experience, we need to try to line up some amazing technical folks. So I don't think Marsala has a spare 100 hours a month to meet with half of them.
No, I was thinking more of
Nobody
just
here
like,
does.
no, of more of like, hey guys, these are the Linux Foundation mentorship programs that are open right now. They're looking for XYZ, and these are the channels that you can go ask more details about.
We probably would want to ask the membership, please
they want
donate
it.
your time to be a mentor.
Yeah, is there a form or something for potential mentors to fill out where they can put down their relevant skills or areas where they could best be of use to mentees, right? So that when it comes to pairing or matching, the mentee is matched with a mentor that's somewhere close to whatever they want to pursue, whether it be career or coding or whatever.
On the site, when you look at them, it breaks down what the attended project is. So when we did it, we had to describe what the project or what they were going to be working on was, and then the technical skills or the skills that we were looking for. So we were looking for compilers, and then they came in and they're like, yeah, compiler check. Yeah, it looks like that spreadsheet got destroyed.
Okay.
We have a bad track record with spreadsheets.
So
Good.
sad. It's such a good spreadsheet.
So I just found the like mentorship projects page, and I posted a few of the links into the meeting notes as well. But it seems like there's just a lot of this is LFX wide. So some of these projects are probably not under OpenSSF. But there's like a mentors button, mentorships.
And then if you go
Guess.
accepting, yeah, these are the ones that are
Yeah,
looking for people.
yeah. So lots of CNCF stuff right now. So maybe
That's,
something we could do. Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, that's mostly who I've seen. Them, CNCF, and then the kernel, the Linux kernel folks are mostly the ones that I've seen.
And
Mhm.
are these looking to have someone come in and develop within that project? Is that what the mentorship for some like the CNCF ones are?
Some of them are, some is development, some is technical projects, some is,
Yeah.
documentation.
But
Some
it's like if
has
someone
money.
wanted, like, I want to be a manager when I grow up. What if, and Jay has that expertise? How would we put that as a like a mentorship request? Like, I want to get into leadership track on something.
That might be more on the mentor section, not the applications. So if she was to scroll up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was asking about before. Like, how does a mentee actually match with a mentor that could best serve?
Oh, I need to log in. I don't know. So I've been on one CNCF project where we've taken mentees, and from what I can tell, it's just very volunteer based. Like 4 or 5 community members say, like, yeah, I will mentor this one activity for the summer.
Mhm.
And I don't know that there's really a very rigorous matching process. I think it's left up to the projects to, yeah, just kind of decide how they want to do that. But I kind of like the idea of maybe saying, um, hey, if you're looking more for like career development or leadership, maybe the mentorship is with a technical steering committee or something for a project.
Mhm.
I know Salsa, for example, is currently in the process of developing like a future roadmap. And so I think that would be a very good project for someone to like come in and learn about as well, and contribute to the formation of that roadmap.
Mhm.
Um, just throwing an example out there. But it looks like we really do need to just ask OpenSSF projects and working groups to put out these mentorships. And I think the Guac people had, but I haven't heard of anybody else.
At least my looking at the page, this looks as if project is looking to implement some new feature or they want
Yeah.
help with docs or whatever. And that's what this appears to be. Like you're going to come in and collaborate with us for a small period of time, as opposed to like my experience, like corporate mentorship, where I've had talked about careers or kind of how to remove roadblocks. I just more kind of interpersonal or specific technical things, not I need help writing this feature. If
Yeah.
that experience to do it.
Yeah. There's definitely room for both.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it depends on the mentor because they came, my folks came in for the technical and then I just added career to them.
Right. And that might be something that it was specific to you. I don't know. I don't know that I saw Greg KH was there on the top of the list. I don't know that's something that Greg potentially spends a lot of time on. He probably focuses really hard on the technical
Yeah.
and how to integrate with the project.
And that could be something else that we can probably talk to the LF for is like making sure that these mentorships, they're not just coming in for technical, but um, there is a space for the career development as well.
yeah. Something that I've seen with like an internal mentorship program that we do every summer too is um, like the projects get paired with a technical men yeah, just like a technical mentor and then a separate career mentor that the students then get to talk to separately. So that it becomes very separate. That can be good and bad, I think, but
Yeah.
there's no reason why we couldn't try to find some way to do that extra pairing.
Yeah, especially for
Um,
folks that you'd rather them stick to the technical and not really uh give too much career advice, essentially. There's definitely those. I've met so
yeah,
many.
And maybe we
yeah,
need to spend some time thinking and writing down what we would like to see out of this, and then go out and do a call for mentors, within the foundation to see who has the skills that we can meet some of these things, and then start to get folks inserted into this LF program.
Yeah, we should probably, I mean, at least for this group, define what we mean by mentor. I dare I say I'm a bit lost in the sauce. When I hear the word, there's a big difference between an intern and a mentee.
Yeah.
yeah,
You can bring in somebody to work on a project and you're gonna mentor them through the project. Well, that's an intern. Like I don't. If you're a mentee, then you're receiving specific, personal sometimes, but definitely there's definitely a mentor-mentee relationship is one to one. It's a one-to-one relationship, and it's towards the objective of kind of improving them in one area or another. It's definitely not towards them working on a project for you. That like I said, my definition is a lot different than what we're talking about here. So maybe we define for the group what a mentor-mentee relationship is, and then what the difference between that is and then an internship.
Yeah, this is definitely their internship. For legal reasons, they called it a mentorship or something. So it could be a little confusing on the LF side.
Probably because they have some obligations to pay somebody if it's an
I
internship.
was going to say, is it for legal reasons or financial?
Probably both.
yeah. We talked about the different dynamics between calling someone a mentor in my just like in my group recently, and it was a lot of people sort of came out with, well, there's also like a coaching aspect, and like is coaching part of mentorship or more part of, yeah, like an internship type thing. And then there's like sponsorship also. I think we sort of had like coaching, mentoring, and sponsoring, and what are the differences there? Um,
Yeah,
so
that was a
these,
big one that came up was like, does this help
yeah,
give me a sponsorship? I'm like, no.
Like for a
yeah,
visa,
Yeah.
there's
yeah,
plenty of legality around that.
yeah. But I think you can even have like sponsors that are just people that will advocate for you, even if you're not in the room. Um, I mean, we could just call those advocates too, but I like the idea of um, defining what we mean by mentorship, um, and doing that. And if we do need to have a separate program, then maybe that's something we can work with LFX on.
And maybe like for the software projects in the foundation, we could potentially get a scorecard mentorship program where they're bringing people in and helping with specific tasks on that project. But that could be just one element of how we handle the mentorship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I speaking from experience, we would like to probably have more than 4 people that are available to help coach and encourage young folks. So we want to think about how we can recruit some more people and expand our tent.
Maybe do like rotation too. If we get large enough, it's like, all right, figure out what semester you want to do this in,
Mm-hmm.
and at
Mm-hmm.
least it could probably be like scorecard in the end of the, fall term, and then something else and helps rotate it.
Mm-hmm. And maybe we put together the the more technical for the OpenSSF, this is how our projects can get plugged into the LF mentorship program to get additional contributors. And that's kind of a service this group provides to serve that community of the technical piece. But that's not sum total of how we want to coach and mentor and encourage people.
It's more of a resource rather than what we want to do.
Yeah, I almost wonder if that could be, well, not to put more work on the tax plate, but that almost feels like a tack or something that the tack could encourage people to do as well. Or we could even, folks might not like this. We could even make it some kind of life cycle requirement at some point to participate in a mentorship program.
If you're a mature
For-
project, you should
Exactly.
have this type of outreach. Yeah.
Yeah. People really love new requirements.
I don't think that's bad because that helps the
It's
project.
not.
You're bringing new
Yeah.
people in. You're getting help.
Yeah, it's not. In fact, I think in CNCF, it's actually like for the graduation, because the graduation process in CNCF is like very rigorous. And so there they definitely look at how many new people are you bringing in through mentorships and just regular contributions, and we could do something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely fine with this working group sort of being the advocate for that process change. I don't know what others here think. I think I just volunteered us for something.
No, it's our dream. We can make it as big or as small as we want to. And if we wanted to, we could have a 30, 60, 90 on implementing the mentorship. And maybe the last stage is that technical plugging into the LF mentorship. Whereas in maybe for the next month, we commit to let's write down our ideas of how do we view mentorship? What would we like to offer? And then how, like 60 could be how are we going to recruit more people to do it?
I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we got to define it first. That would probably be the next 30.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the next 30 at this point are until like mid-September. So this is already our 90. What I'll do maybe is actually create like a copy of the. Do we want a separate doc for like Q4, I guess?
Separate tab. I think it's a spreadsheet, the 30, 60, 90.
Oh, if it's a spreadsheet tab.
Okay. I'm seeing only a doc. Try
Ooh.
that for a sec. I think I prefer a spreadsheet for this too. Just post it in the chat. Yeah, so this is what you have right now.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's plug it in. Let's just plug it in here. And maybe 90 was mid-September. So maybe we start the mentorship in mid-September. It give us the next couple weeks to collect our thoughts, but let's actually start and make it like a meeting agenda item. All right, let's document what our view of mentorship is. And here's the 3 flavors. in the freestyle machine you could pick from.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
So we're talking about it in mid-September in the agenda.
Yeah.
More in
And
depth.
then
Okay.
like November, we would potentially commit to approach the LF mentorship program with a request for OpenSSF projects. Here's how Scorecard and Guac and everybody could plug into that.
So
yeah.
that we can launch in January. I think
Something
that
like
would
that.
be.
Yeah, something like that. But and again, it's going to be critical to get volunteers to be those mentors, because once you start this off, we want to make sure we're ensuring a good experience for the petitioner that's going to participate.
Yeah.
We don't want to have somebody that gets, hey, I'm oversubscribed, I have to drop out in the middle of a relationship like that.
Yeah. That would be very bad.
And we all don't want to get overworked, and we want to make sure that we have enough inspiring people for these young folks that are interesting, they want to work with and learn from.
Yeah.
Outside
I
of
know
ourselves.
Jeff wanted to, he was leading the walk mentorship, I think.
Hmm.
I'm just very lazily copying the,
Yeah, that's fine. And again,
yeah.
you reset the 30/60 at September and October. I think that's good. Just kind
Yeah.
of keep rolling calendar for ourselves, the targets we'd like to hit.
Yeah. So we said we're going to start with documentation.
Mhm.
For next month, and then
Maybe October is we have a survey to solicit mentors.
yeah. And say solicitation for projects and mentors.
I don't know when our next report out to the TAC is. That would be a good opportunity for us to ask, because we typically get between 30 and 40 folks on that call. So that is a good place to ask for help. Our next DE&I, November. Yeah, we just went in July. So November would be our next one that we would potentially come in and say, okay, TAC, this is what we're looking for. We'd like to officially go out to all projects and have them consider how we can use interns. And then maybe we've had the opportunity to outreach to other organizations that may have mentors and mentees. Definitely need to grow our stable of coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think, like, for the summer internship or summer, yeah, it's kind of an internship program that we do jointly with the universities.
Mhm.
We also have a weekly speaker series where a mix of alumni from the program and Intel folks and academics talk. So I think it'd be fun to do that in this kind of context, as well as if we're having all of these different mentorship programs, it'd also be great to have them talk to each other every now and then.
Mhm.
So maybe not on a weekly basis, that's a lot of work, but maybe over a span of 3 months, we can meet once a month or something, especially because everyone's remote. And yeah.
And
We could
think
probably
about
use the office hours, sorry, Greg, just to
Think about how it's amazing to have that relationship with a mentor, but then also sharing that alumni experience, giving those folks also a chance to network.
Yeah.
That's another great opportunity and potential benefit. Hey, you met somebody that's going through exactly what you just did. Go talk to Sally.
Yeah.
After she came in and did her little recap of what she did, learned.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
Anything
So
else for today?
I don't think so. Maybe one thing. So just to recap, we're starting the mentorship program next month. So document the program goals, maybe put that out in some separate doc next month. Then by October, we're going to start soliciting projects. December is going to be a slump, I think, between late November and late December. I don't think we're going to have too much enthusiasm from the community because of holidays.
I never count December in any of my planning.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with planning all the way to November and then picking things back up in January. So did we want to end with just having a list of potential projects by November, or in November, do we want to say like we bring these to the LFX people?
I would think we would ideally gotten support or interest in participation by November. And if we think we're ready, we can formally approach LFX membership because it looks like we've got some things to do to get plugged into that app. But maybe we set that target that we would do that work in January. I don't know what their timeframes are.
Yeah,
Let's commit to we have our proposal and we have some people ready in November, and we kind of reevaluate from there what next steps would be.
Okay, cool.
Excellent. All right, friends.
Yeah,
Good talk, friends.
Wonderful seeing you all.
Yeah.
same.
Go be a pirate.
Arr. Later.